Hi everyone, and welcome to today's yoga flow to wake up. We start in a seated position and we get right into breath of fire because breath of fire is a really invigorating breath. To do that, we will raise our arms up, bring your tips of the fingers to the base of your fingers, reach the arms up and the thumbs up to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders down and we start breath of fire. Breath of fire is a really quick exhale through your nose. Don't focus on the inhale. The inhale will come automatically. Just focus on the exhale and it's very quick and powerful like this. And as you will see on my belly, when I exhale, that my belly moves in and out. So we press the air out of our belly. So let's get started. I will do 50 breaths of fire. You can start with 10, with 20, how many you want to go, or you can also take a break between them. So let's get started. Reach your arms up, relax the shoulders down, take one deep breath in and out. Inhale. And start breath of fire. Inhale, reach your arms up, bring the thumbs together to touch. Spread the fingers out wide and then swipe your arms down. Great. And then make your way to a tabletop position. So come to a table and instead of cat and cow, where we go up and down, today we go left and right. So with your inhale, look over your left shoulder and bring your hips to the left. And then move over to the right side. Look over your right shoulder and bring your hips to the right side. Let's do this 4 more times on each side. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Keep your core engaged here. Move slowly and with your breath. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Last one. To the left. And to the right. Then come back to center. Extend your right leg behind you. Lift it up. And extend your left arm to the front. You can stay here or you can grab your ankle and come to this half bow pose. Great. Open up your chest and your shoulder here. Awesome. Then extend your arm to the front and your leg to the back again and rest them down on the mat. Same on the other side. Extend your left leg to the back and your right arm to the front. Again, feel free to stay here, that's totally fine. Or you can reach back, grab your ankle and press your ankle into your hand to open up your chest and your shoulder here. 2 more breaths. And release. Stretch them to the front and then down to your table pose. Then tuck your toes, lift your hips up high and bring them back to downward facing dog. Walk your dog here first to warm up the hamstrings. Bend one knee and then the other. Take another deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Let your chest sink down towards the mat. Pull your belly button in and reach your sitting bones up high. Great. Then look between your hands and slowly start to walk forward to a forward bend. We only stay here for one breath. Bring your hands on your shins, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Stretch up high. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and lean over to the left side, opening up. Make sure to roll open your rib cage to the ceiling, so don't fall forward. Really open up here and maybe look up to the ceiling. Then come back to center, switch sides, grab your left wrist and lean over to the right. Try to look up to the ceiling under your left arm. Awesome, feel the stretch on the left side of your torso. Then come back to center and swan dive forward to a forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands down. Step back to a plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the knees, chest and chin down. Slide forward to a baby cobra. Roll the shoulders away from your ears and come back to downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step forward to a forward bend. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward bend. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Take a moment here. A sun salutation is always a great way to start the day because it warms up the whole body. Then bring your feet together to touch. Reach your arms up high. And with your exhale, sit down to chair pose. Let your hip sink down towards your heel. So not to the back, but down towards the heel. Tuck the tailbone under. Engage your core. Reach your arms up high. And look down to your feet for a moment. And make sure you can see your toes. And if you can't see your toes, you should move back a little bit. Great. And you should be able to lift your toes up a little bit, so your toes should not be cramped down. Awesome. Stay in your chair pose, interlace the hands behind your back, and then fold forward. Great. Stay here for one breath. And extend your legs, reach your knuckles up high to this great forward bend with the shoulder stretch. Awesome. Two more deep breaths here. Then release your hands back down and step back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees down and we come to a puppy pose. Puppy pose is my favorite pose for the morning. It's the pose that dogs do in the morning when they wake up. So it's also good for us. So we start from a table pose. Keep your hips over your knees and then walk your hands forward as far as you can. If this is here, that's totally fine. If you can bring your forehead down on the mat, that's even better. Stretch your shoulders and take deep breaths. Then from your puppy pose, slide forward to a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is where your forearms are down on the mat. And don't worry, we don't stay here. We do a much more fun exercise. So find your Sphinx pose first. Press your forearms down in the mat. Your shoulder is right above your elbow. Press down in the mat, then tuck your toes and we'll lift the body up to a forearm plank. Whoop, just like this. Great, but we also don't stay here. We now start to walk the feet in to our body and lift the hips up high to dolphin pose. Great. Stay here for one moment and we walk back to forearm plank. 2 more like this. Inhale, walk forward to dolphin. Exhale, come back to forearm plank. 1 more. Lift up and walk forward. Stay here for a moment and walk back. And we also stay here for 1 more breath. And lower down. Make a pillow with your hands and rest for a moment. Feel your heart pounding in your chest. And slow down your breath. Inhale and long exhales. Great. Then bring your arms next to you. Your forehead comes down on the mat. Interlace your hands behind your back again. Bring your feet together to touch. So your heels should touch. And with your next inhale, lift your chest, your head and your shoulders up. Reach back through your knuckles and then lift your legs up. Keep your feet together here. Awesome. Lift them up as high as you can. We stay here for a few breaths. This is a great pose for your lower back, but I know it's hard. Stay strong. Reach back. Awesome. 1 more breath. And exhale, lower back down. Make a pillow with your hands again and rest for a moment. Then extend your left arm to the front and roll over that you are on your back. We're almost done for today. We end today's class with a nice supine twist. So bring your left knee into your chest. Extend the left arm out to the left side and then roll over on the right side for this nice supine twist. Take deep and slow belly breaths. Try to keep both of your shoulders on the mat. Your left knee doesn't need to come fully down on the ground here. You just should feel a nice stretch. Then come back to center. Same on the other side. Bring your right knee into your chest first. Extend the right arm out, palms facing down, and then bring the right knee over to the left side. Your right shoulder stays grounded down on the mat. You can gaze up to the ceiling or to your right middle finger. And then come back to your belly breath. Deep in and exhales. Then come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest, just for 1 breath. And then exhale, extend your arms and your legs away from you. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Make your neck long and relaxed. And start to melt down into the mat. Let go of any tension in your body. Relax your feet, your legs, your hips, your torso, your back, your shoulders, and your arms. Notice how your body is getting heavier and heavier. Shavasana. And slowly bring movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then come up to a seated position on your mat. Cross your legs in front of you. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Thanks for waking up with me today. Namaste.